Fidelis Care offers quality, affordable health coverage for children and adults of all ages and at all stages of life. Quality health coverage, it's our mission. Call 1-888-FIDELIS or visit fideliscare.org. Hello everybody and welcome to the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat. I'm Dave Yates. Every week at this time we take a look at our local college sports programs and we begin with our honor roll of local college athletes, brought to you by M&T Bank. At M&T Bank we're listening, learning, and working hard to understand what's important to Western New York. It's what we've been doing since 1856. M&T Bank, understanding what's important. Coming in at number 3, Nazareth junior Kate Rothrock scored 3 goals in a women's lacrosse win over Alfred. The Flyers had 18 goals from 12 different scores. At number 2, Mackenzie Levan had a 5-goal game for that nationally ranked St. John Fisher women's lacrosse team in a win at Rowan. And topping this week's list, Marissa Gosdek from Alden and SUNY Brockport. She finished first in the heptathlon at the Messiah Invitational. Marissa won the high jump, the 100-meter hurdles, and the 200-meter run. Time now for our local college spotlight athlete of the week, brought to you by Northwestern Mutual.
Northwestern Mutual's college internship program has been nationally ranked as one of America's top 10 internships. Contact Molly Doherty for more information. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Harmony Dion didn't enroll at Roberts Wesleyan with any plans of becoming an athlete. Things don't always work out as planned. It might not always look like it, but it is spring in Rochester, which means that women's lacrosse is in full swing. And watching Harmony Dion play lacrosse, you would never know that until she was a sophomore at Roberts Wesleyan, she had never even seen the game, much less played it. In fact, Harmony hadn't played any sport in high school.
First day of practice was a little nerve-wracking, but I can honestly say that these girls were just so great. They welcomed me in. They never said it was annoying, although I'm sure it was at times. But they were so great, and eventually they just helped me kind of work my way up and find my own success in this game. So it's been amazing.
It wasn't that Dion didn't want to play a sport, but she had been homeschooled for her entire life, so she never had the chance. But that changed when Wesleyan started its women's lacrosse team.
Being homeschooled, I never had the chance to play a sport, and I had always wanted to, but I got a senior year of high school and I just thought I'd written that off. I didn't think it would be part of my life. And by the time that I came to college and kind of realized that the program was looking for people, it just seemed like the perfect opportunity. The timing was great. So the first day I went to the interest meeting and I ended up leaving there on the team. I'd never picked up a stick. I'd never even watched a women's lacrosse game before, but I was just really excited about the opportunity to finally, reach this dream of mine. And
having that dream and making it a reality took a lot of courage, especially when the time came for that first practice.
I definitely doubted myself a few times, but got to think it till you make it. Just went out there. First scrimmage, first game, I definitely was a little scared, but looking back now, I'm just so happy I did it, that I had the courage to step out and do something new, because it totally changed my life. I'll never forget these days that I spent out here, practices, games, everything. So
it helps a lot that what she might have lacked in experience, she more than made up for in attitude.
She's the kind of player that I tell her all the time, I want to clone her 20 times over again. She's got the work ethic, she goes hard every practice, and her stick skills to play the game has gotten so much better over the years, and I would have 20 of her on the field any day.
Being homeschooled meant she not only didn't have the chance to play sports, she also had never stepped foot in a classroom or done anything else that is part of being in a traditional school setting.
Homeschooling was really great for me, and it really helped me become really independent. And then when I came to college, I could just translate that into classes and sports. And I just think that it was just so great to join a team and just have that culture shock, even though it was a little intimidating at first, to have that experience, even though I hadn't had it as a young kid. But so yeah, culture shock for sure, but in all the best ways.
Plenty of people might be overwhelmed to adjust to so much, but not Harmony. Instead, she was worried about what she might have missed out on.
When I went to college, it was a totally new experience for me in all aspects, being homeschooled. First day of freshman year, I felt like the first day of kindergarten for me. First day of school, like all ready to go. And I just didn't want to have any regrets. I didn't want to leave thinking, what if I had done more in these 4 years? So I really just wanted to apply that overall to my college education, but to sports definitely. And I think that's something that is prominent throughout all athletics. Every time you take the field, you want it to be no regrets. You leave it all out there, and hopefully you never look back and say, what if I did more, because hopefully you did give more.
Here at Roberts, we look for the right fit in the girl to come play with us, and she definitely is the right fit for the team and for the school, and the girls just love her, and she fits right in with everybody, and she's definitely worked for her playing time, and she's started a few games where she just works, and the girls, they trust her on the field because they know she's going to give 110% the whole entire game.
Harmony has not scored for the Redhawks, but her success can't be measured in terms of points. She has already reached a lot of goals most people wouldn't be able to dream of. When we return, JC DeLass talks hoops with RIT's Amy Reed, and Kim Burnson has our Fusion Digital Scholar Athlete. All that and more when the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat continues. As we head to break, here's a look at the Nazareth Athletes of the Week, brought to you by Nazareth College. As we come back from break, here's a look at the Geneseo Athletes of the Week, brought to you by SUNY Geneseo. Welcome back, and thanks once again for joining us on the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat. I'm Dave Yates. Every week, JC DeLass from WYSL Radio will help us get to know an area coach with the Fidelis Care Coach's Corner. The Fidelis Care Coach's Corner is presented by Fidelis Care, quality health coverage. It's our mission.
This is JC DeLass with this week's Fidelis Care Coach's Corner, and joined this week by our guest, Amy Reed, in her 8th season as head basketball coach, women's basketball at RIT. Coach, you've been able to build a successful program here at RIT. What's been the hardest part about building a program like this?
You know, I think with any program, it's just establishing a culture of how you want to do things, good leadership within your players. We've had some really good leadership down the stretch in the past several years, and this year as well with Maria Edwards and Julia Bender, our captains. So it's been fun kind of watching them develop from freshmen to seniors, being able to retain kids for 4 years so that they can help the freshmen and sophomores along and continue the culture.
You were a successful Division I player at Marshall. Do you think that helps you in relating to the kids today and how they juggle their priorities being a student athlete?
Yeah, I definitely think it helps a little bit. I think I'm obviously a little bit partial to post players because I was one myself, but I think that I understand what it's like to be a student athlete, to have other things going on besides your athletics, so I think that helps.
Balancing the academics and the athletics at RIT, is that something that you try and help with the kids in a one-on-one situation?
Yeah, for sure. I always tell kids in the recruiting process that, you're not going to be in the WNBA when you get out of here. So if you have a project or a big test coming up and you need to miss practice for that, then go ahead and do that. And our kids definitely take advantage of that sometimes. So I think we really do look at the student first and then the athlete second here.
When you're on the recruiting trail, is there a certain type of student athlete that you're looking for to bring to your program?
I think Division III has evolved a lot, women's basketball. I think, especially for our league, there's a lot of forwards and centers that can step out and shoot the three and take people off the bounce. So we definitely are looking for that when we're looking for forwards, for example. So I just think it's evolved a lot. There's really not a whole lot of back to the basket players, if you will, anymore. We have one with Tara Lynch, and she's been doing a great job. But I think just looking for players that are going to match up well with other players in our league. Word
on the street is you're the right person to have in a golf foursome. If you're going to have a scramble, you're my partner. Is that your stress relief in the off season? If I can drive and somebody else can putt besides you, I think we'll be in good shape. Thanks so much for bringing that up. Tell me about the best part about coaching here at RIT.
There's a few things I would say on a serious note. The support that we receive here from the administration, from just the other teams in general. We have great Tiger Den events here where other student athletes come to our games. Sometimes we have several hundred student athletes at our games cheering us on. I think that's pretty cool. And then just traveling with the men's team. Coach McVeigh is just a great guy. He's been here for a long time, and he's been a great mentor. And it's always fun to walk next to him because he's about 5'3" and I'm 6'3", so it works out pretty well.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this week's Fidelis Care Coaches Corner.
Kim Burnson has our Fusion Digital Scholar Athlete of the Week next, and later on, maturity on the mound for a second-year softballer at St. John Fisher. All that and more when the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat continues. Before we go to break, here's a look at the RIT Athletes of the Week, brought to you by the Rochester Institute of Technology. As we come back from break, here's a look at the SUNY Brockport Athletes of the Week, brought to you by the College at Brockport.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson. It's time now for our Fusion Digital Scholar Athlete.
The Fusion Digital Scholar Athlete is brought to you by our friends at Fusion Digital, a proud supporter of college athletics.
Honored as our Scholar Athlete this week is Ashton Hughes, a senior at SUNY Geneseo. As a Fairport native, Hughes is a member of the Geneseo cross-country team, which finished second at the 2015 NCAA Division III Championships and first at SUNYAC Championships last season. With her 3.9 GPA, Hughes was recently named one of only 3 SUNY Chancellor's Award winners for student excellence from Geneseo. Ashton Hughes is this week's Scholar Athlete. Now here's Dave with our Bill Gray's College Calendar.
The Bill Gray's College Calendar is brought to you by our friends at Bill Gray's Restaurants, a proud supporter of local college athletics. Here is our Bill Gray's local college calendar for the week ahead. On Tuesday, an intra-sectional baseball game with RIT hosting SUNY Brockport at 4 o'clock. MCC plays twice, hosting Finger Lakes Community College with games at 2 and 4:30. Geneseo softball plays back-to-back doubleheaders Tuesday and Wednesday, hosting Houghton and then RIT. Saturday softball with the U of R playing twice at RIT, games at 1 and 3. St. John Fisher baseball hosts Stevens 3 times this weekend with a doubleheader Saturday and a single game on Sunday. Roberts Wesleyan hosts the ECC Track and Field Championship Saturday beginning at 10 a.m. Nazareth hosts the Division III National Men's Volleyball Championships this week. The quarterfinals are Friday with 2 two-match sessions. Here's how some of our Section 5 alums are performing at colleges outside of Rochester. It's a segment we call Postcards from College. Indiana basketball star Thomas Bryant out of Bishop Kearney announced he will return to the Hoosiers for his sophomore season. Bryant is a projected first-round NBA draft pick and was named to the Big Ten's all-freshman team. Madeline Kopp of Spencerport is a junior at Duke. Madeline holds the outdoor school record in the 400 meters. She ran 5th in the event at the Spec Towns Invitational in Athens, Georgia. Sierra Watson, a Rush Henrietta grad, runs middle distance at Arkansas and older sister of RH star Sammy Watson. Sierra won the 600 at the Arkansas Invitational. Gavin Hall is golfing at the University of Texas. He has 6 top 20 finishes in 9 events and was co-medalist at the John Burns Tournament in Hawaii. Up next, our honor roll of teams, and Kim Burnson has our Monroe County Sports Commission Spotlight Team of the Week segment. All that and more when the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat returns. As we head to break, here's a look at the Roberts Wesleyan Athletes of the Week, brought to you by Roberts Wesleyan College. As we come back from break, here's a look at the St. John Fisher Athletes of the Week, brought to you by St. John Fisher College. And welcome back. Thanks once again for joining us on the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat. I'm Dave Yates. Here is our honor roll of local college teams, brought to you by Dave, Digital Audio Visual Environments. Where can you go to get expert advice and installation on TVs, sound systems, and automation for your home, car, or business? Come see Dave, Digital Audio Visual Environments. ComeSeeDave.com. At number 3, MCC women's lacrosse team is still unbeaten. The Tribunes knocked off another nationally ranked team, Onondaga Community, 14-7. And number 2 on our list, RIT women's crew team beat Hamilton and host William Smith on the Seneca Canal. 5 rowers are former Section 5 students. And topping our list, the SUNY Geneseo fall and winter sports teams. All of them. The Knights are 10th out of 444 programs nationwide in the Directors' Cup standings in Division III. And that brings us to our Monroe County Sports Commission Spotlight Team of the Week. The Monroe County Sports Commission, along with Visit Rochester, is proud to announce and welcome the upcoming sporting events to Rochester, New York. Please visit monroecountysports.org. St. John Fisher has 3 nationally ranked teams. Softball is one of them, and Lindsey Thayer is a major reason why. Here's Kim Burnson.
Off the mound, she's all smiles. But that changes quickly when Lindsey Thayer steps onto the dirt. That's when her poker face takes over. The sophomore pitcher at St. John Fisher is a rising talent in the program and has become a key tool in Fisher's success. The natural talent she brings isn't something coaches come across every day. Head coach Barry Mance has been working with Fisher softball for 13 seasons. She knew she had something special.
She's a rare athlete. I saw that when I was looking and recruiting her, and just her composure on the mound, and the quiet that she brings. It's rare, and it's something that might not come along all the time, and we're looking for better things out of her too. I don't think she's even reached her potential yet.
In her first year, Thayer set the bar high, becoming the first pitcher to accomplish a feat never done by a freshman in school history. She was named an All-American on top of receiving the Empire 8 Pitcher of the Year award and Rookie of the Year honors. Thayer earned a spot on the NFCA Northeast Region First Team. That type of success could easily get to one's head, but for this underclassman, it's all in a day's work.
I honestly didn't really think about it. I mean, it's nice to get awards like that, but it doesn't make me not work any harder than I did before to get to where I have been.
What do you think keeps her so calm, cool, and collected?
It's her personality. It really is. That's her demeanor. Last year she was named an All-American, and I called her up and I was like, you're the first freshman to be named to an All-American team at Fisher. And she goes, oh, okay, thanks. And that was just her response, and that's part of her being humble, but that's also part of just who she is, and it kind of keeps her going.
It doesn't really cross my mind ever. I normally just going to games, just thinking I have to be my best every day, and try my best and work as hard as I did before.
Following in the footsteps of her older sisters, she attributes her confidence to her family, who taught her the game at a young age. She was a 3-sport athlete at St. Lawrence High School, where she played soccer, basketball, and softball. All 3 have helped her become the powerful athlete she is today.
Her mechanics, she came in, surprisingly, she never had a pitching coach before, so we were all shocked at that because her mechanics are pretty spot on. So right now, all we focus on are her different pitches and working on those throughout the year. She's 6'2", and she's just a solid athlete. I think she's one of our most in-shape players, so that helps her a ton as well. And her confidence out there, she doesn't get rattled.
And what kind of potential do you think she has?
Sky's the limit for her. I mean, she could single-handedly carry a team to a championship.
Thayer's presence has helped the Cardinals become a nationally ranked team. They currently rank in the top 15 teams of the Division III coaches poll.
You can't ride one person though. It's hard for one person to throw 40 games and and play defense behind you. I mean, Bugs Bunny did it, but that was a cartoon character. So Our defense has been solid. Our offense has been solid, and that's what takes to win games. Good pitching, good defense, and a bunt in the right situation, and that's what we have. I honestly don't think that we've actually hit the potential that we can or what I expect. There's some things that we got to tweak and work on and continue to build on, but absolutely, I think that the sky's the limit for this team. It truly is, and the potential is there. It's whether or not we can finish strong and grab it.
I'm Kim Burnson with the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat.
Well, thanks everybody for watching.
And a special thanks to our sponsors, including Fidelis Care, for making the College Sports Beat possible.
We'll see you next week right here.
Where I'm coming from, we don't really have what we got here. So when we come to America and then we got everything that we got here, I try to take advantage, I'm trying to I didn't have it before, so I have it now. I have to make something happen with it. It's coming to a new beginning, Cuba and United States. Every day they will put something on TV about Americans that bad. Now they don't have nothing to say about that. Now the Americans are not the bad ones. Now they the friends.